So I'm currently a medical student, and one of the things we do is we go to GP placements, which is basically where we go to the local clinic and we shadow the GPs. So we sit there, we watch the doctor talk to the patient, and we see what the conversation is about, and then we also debrief with the doctor so we can see like what their thoughts were on the interaction. And basically it's like one big learning experience. And even though I learned a lot of stuff related to actual medicine, there was another lesson that I learned that was related to financial freedom. And that was the idea that a lot of these elderly patients, they came in with existing physical conditions, and that obviously took a toll on their physical health, but also on their mental health. And one of the things that is brought up here and there is that these elderly patients really want to go traveling, but they can't. Not necessarily because their bodies don't allow it, but because they don't actually have the money to do so. Which, when I first thought about it, I thought it was incredibly sad, but also a bit shocking. I thought, don't you have a pension or a savings or something? And then when I asked my GP, he was basically word for word, traveling is a luxury. How can you afford that if you're on a pension? And when he said those words, it really made me see the situation for what it is. It's much greater than traveling. It's more so the idea that these people, they have these desires and dreams, but they can't achieve that because they don't have the funds needed. And it's very hard for them to actually get the money to do so because they have all these other physical conditions. And they're almost trapped in the sense that they have all these things they want to do, but they can't. And they can't do anything about it, which is the worst part. And so this experience particularly stuck out to me because it made me realize that while I have the ability and the opportunity to do these things, to do the desires I want, now it doesn't have to be traveling. And I'm not talking about the idea that you have to make money. I'm just saying the idea that if you have things you want to do, you should cherish the time where you're able to do that. Oftentimes money is a prerequisite to do those things. Not always, but it's always a helpful thing to have, right? So it got me thinking, right now I'm in my 20s, there's things I want to do. Traveling is definitely one big part of it. And it just made me realize that I should definitely be focused on making the most out of it, because eventually there'll be a time where the things that I can do right now will become a luxury and I won't be able to do them for whatever reason, whether that's because I'm become physically old or whatever reason. So the normalities of today will be the luxuries of tomorrow. So with that in mind, the actionable for me is definitely to just be grateful and to just work as hard as possible to pursue these dreams and desires that I have right now so I can make them a reality before it's too late, essentially. So I just want to share that in case this resonates with you. And yeah, if you have a similar experience, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, catch you next time.